Alright folks, here we go. We're going to show you a little bit about the breadboards, how they function and why we, how to place the components into the breadboards properly so as they would work, like this circuit here, the first blank circuit. Just showing you here how the rows are connected. So the components, the legs of the components are all connected in a daisy chain pattern, like arm holding arm, and one leg is connected to the next leg. There is a set of rules you need to follow. As you can see here at the bar, this is the underside of a breadboard, missing a couple of bars, but generally this is what it would look like from underneath if you were able to see it. And I'm trying to set up these components here so you can see how I can connect them. Now it's not easy to see in this camera, but the idea is that I'm connecting the ends of these two, the LED and the ends of that wire, on the same row, on the same bar. And so doing that they're connected together and they will continue to conduct electricity. And that I'm showing the same thing with the small blue wire there for the ground, and then I'll show you the same thing with the red wire to the resistor. Again, it's kind of hard to see because of the shiny metal, but I'm trying to place them in the same row, kind of give you an idea of how they get hooked together underneath. This is important to know because the rows go down like this, like vertically. Okay, they're up and down vertically in the insides there. There's also the power bars there that are strictly for power, and we're going to use them for a battery. So that's kind of how a breadboard works. Now I'm going to also show you how to cut and bend up a little bit of a wire here so that they look nice and tidy. I have a whole bin of them. I am a bit OCD like that, and I keep putting more and more into the bin, and I like making them. So you have some wire, right? You start off with some wire. Now this wire I didn't realize it, but it ended up being wire strands, which are not really very easy to work with, so I don't recommend using them. They are better, they do conduct electricity better, but they are difficult to place into the breadboard. So I stripped this wire here with the wire stripper, and I'm holding it with a little plier. You can use any kind of plier. You can even hold it with your hands, just not as easy. And I stripped the end there, and I just realized that it's got a wire strand there. And you can twist them, and I'm going to twist them, and I can place it in the breadboard. But it's not easy to use, and I recommend avoiding them for now. Okay, so it does go into the breadboard. I'm going to grab another spool there, which is should be hard wire, solid wire inside, solid wire core. So that's the strand that I'm showing you. And same thing, I'm going to cut a little length off. Depends on what you want to use the wire for. Depends on what kind of length you want. In this case, I'm going to hold it with the pliers again at the one end, and I'm going to strip the other end about 1/4 inch off, or about a pinky thickness of your pinky finger. Okay. I have the wrong size. I think it's a 22 gauge. And I keep playing with the wrong size here. I end up making a bit of a mess. So I end up having to grab it with my fingers and tearing off the last little bit of plastic there, which is fine. And you can always give up if you want and restart it, cut a new piece. But this ended up working out okay. I bent that end there. It's a no, that's fine. So that's about as long as you want. You don't want to go any longer than that. I'm going to flip it around, do the other side. This side I have a little more success with. I bend it right away, 90 degrees in. Now that's with my hands. I'm going to drag over the plastic as well so that it evens out, so it looks a little better. I'm just going to do it by hand as well. So now it looks a lot better. I'm also going to show you how to straighten the ends with the pliers, so to keep the so you know how to use it with tools too if you're having a difficult time working with your hands. So I'm straightening them out with the pliers. And that's a nice little lead that we can use for our circuits. Now keep these leads in your buckets and don't lose them. You worked hard for them, so don't get rid of them. Don't throw them out. Don't let them stay on the table. That looks nice. It sits into the breadboard really cleanly. So that should help you out understand the breadboard and to build the leads. Thank you for listening. Bye.